welcome back everyone to my DIY workbench slash extra storage. Also doing a temporary drywall repair up there. Totally experimental. That was my first coat of mud, so ignore that. So it is a work in progress. I'm using it as I am making it, which is kind of the unfortunate circumstance, but that's one of the things you run into when you're doing a project like this and you live inside the very same house you're working on. So it makes things a little bit difficult. So I got a couple of low profile LED lights I bought a long time ago for the interior of my house, and my wife thinks the one that's in the kitchen is too bright. I was going to stick another one over in that direction on the inside of the kitchen to brighten things up, but she thinks the one is already too bright. I'm going to stick one underneath here, one underneath here, and it is a nice low profile. It's only like a ½ inch thick, right? It takes up very little space. It does have like a little ballast type thing, a little controller of some sort. I'm not sure that's going to clear up in here. I mean, it's technically 1.5 inches. It should clear. Visually looking at it, it might be very tight. I'll have to run some custom wiring, but that's the least of my concern, the wiring. I need something to put here, right? Because the light's not going to magically float with my Jedi mind powers. So this is the door that came off of one of these cabinets, either the one over there or the one over here. I don't remember. This is the door. It's got a real nice veneer. It's scratched and whatnot, and it's obviously not long enough, right? The door is not 8 foot tall, at least not this one, and to reach all the. But we have a front and a back. So my goal is I'm going to remove all the hardware, the knob, the striker plate, and the hinges. Then I'm going to score it on my table saw and remove this veneer, this 1/4 inch or whatever it is, almost 1/4 inch. It might be 1/4 inch, it might be something a little bit thinner, I'm not quite sure. Then I need 49 inches to go from here to here. I think I'm going to put another brace in to the left and to the right of that. So that way I got something to screw into easily. I'm not going to try and fight to split the difference on this 3/4 inch piece of material. I'm not going to fight with that. This one right here is already 1.5 inches. Again, you can see the reclaimed lumber that was used. So that's going to be the goal. Everything is to save as much money as possible. Most of the money spent, I did buy, I think, a total of 4 2x4s, but everything has been reclaimed. All the nails have been pulled, and the 2x4s that were part of these storage units were reclaimed, sawed in half, and reused. And a lot of it was fir. You can tell, like here, it's clean virgin fir, whereas here I kind of give it an aged look. It might be hard to tell, but I give it more of an aged look. And same with the desk, although it's cluttered right now because I'm actually using it. So step one, let's take off all the hardware, trim it down on the table saw. Obviously the door is going to be too tall for me to run it up on edge and get this part, so I'm hoping I'll get enough where I can then work a chisel with a hammer, or even maybe the palm of my hand, and separate the rest of this veneer from the core.